Hello and welcome to the Interfresh.com Flowers, Plants and Bulb News. Today is the 8th of September and these are this week's headlines. Interfresh posts $170,666 loss. Profits not blooming for florists. Sell sunflower seeds, farmers told. First flowering plants were no trees. Growing demand for macho plants. Interfresh Group of Zimbabwe has recorded a loss of $170,666, triggered by the late marketing of their summer crops in the crop division and other working capital constraints. Regardless of the setback, the group's trading division managed to record a turnover of $3,373,011, while its short-term borrowings incurred financing costs amounting to $19,179. Limited lines of credit to provide working capital requirements had resulted in some operations not being adequately funded. This affected capacity utilization in the process, in spite of the stable and conducive business environment the dollarized economy has created. Australian florist profits have wilted in the downturn due to competition from larger retail outlets and internet-based businesses. Business information analyst IBIS World found that despite revenue for the industry growing about 3.6% a year during the past 5 years, profit levels declined from 4.7% in 2004 to 3.1% last financial year. IBIS World said that retail florists were experiencing rising competitive pressure from service stations, supermarkets, and convenience stores. Since these retailers usually operate at a lower price point, they've been able to gain a significant share of the local cut flower market. As a result of the total $1.7 billion retail value of cut flowers this financial year, flower retailers will generate revenue of $837.1 million. The Domestic and Export Market Intelligence Cell, or DEMIC, of the Tamil Nadu Agricultural University has predicted that the price of sunflower seeds for the next 3 months will remain in the range of 20 to 22 rupees a kilogram. According to a release from DEMIC, sunflower farmers should sell sunflowers immediately, as there are chances of pest attack and no scope for increase in price. Sunflower farmers have been in distress as the ruling price of the April-May sunflower crop has not been able to meet their expectations. Most of the traders and farmers felt that the escalating cost of inputs and low yield due to pest would make the decision on continuity of crop next season a difficult one. The prediction was made based on the econometric analysis done of price data of 9 years. A new research has determined that flowering plants originated not as trees, but as relatively non-woody pre-trees that could outcompete ancient plants like conifers, thus reinventing the concept of weediness. Flowering plants are widespread and are phenomenally successful. But how did they get to be so successful, and where did they come from? In-depth studies of the growth form and anatomy of wood cells produced unexpected results, indicating that flowering plants originated not as trees, as thought throughout most of the 20th century, but as relatively non-woody pre-trees that could outcompete ancient plants like conifers. Rather than simulating conifers, flowering plants developed new mechanisms for survival which gave them a competitive advantage. If roses and daisies are too girly for your garden, maybe a blokey plant that can eat frogs, mice, and baby rats is more up your alley, the executive director of the Botanic Gardens Trust said. Boys, whether they are very young or older, probably think that carnivorous plants are a bit tougher, and the sales of the hungry plants were on the rise. People were not only attracted to their macabre nature, they could grow in very poor soil, supplementing their nutrient intake by catching and eating insects, small reptiles, and rodents. There is a huge variety of carnivorous plants, from small insect-eating sundews to pitcher plants, equipped with big traps that held water and caught creatures as big as baby rats. But despite their appetite, carnivorous plants are not really sold or used as pest control. Thank you for watching the Interfresh.com Flowers, Plants and Bulbs News. See you next time.